Pranams and a very good morning to respected elders, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to Being Heartful Every Day. Today, we conclude our exploration of this week's quality of Saranagati, surrender. Surrender in a safe space of being held and protected. Throughout this week, we have explored various dimensions of this quality of Sharanagati. We have received inspiration and guidance from revered Babuji Maharaj. And hopefully, we have been able to practice the suggested heartful activities and been able to go a little deeper in our understanding of Sharanagati. What is it that an aspirant, a practitioner, can follow and practice? To me, it is also useful to know what is it that I do that stands in the way of my being able to go into this state. A state, the state of Sharanagati, that the masters, the guides say, is a gift from the Guru. So, what is it that enables me to be able to receive this gift of Sharanagati? What is it that does not help me reach this state, this space of Sharanagati? Both aspects are very important. What to do as well as what not to do. Even though Sahaj Marg, the Heartfulness tradition, does not give us do's and don'ts, it is incumbent upon the practitioner to go deep within, introspect, reflect with an honest heart, with complete honesty, to look within objectively and see what goes on within me, which we call the habit of Swadhyaya. The masters have ever been guiding us, they are ever present. We have so much literature from our masters with us that we may even be reading. But when does that time come when something shifts within us and we are able to see what decision to make to perhaps chart a different course, a course that is more conducive to our evolution? Sharanagati, surrender. The need for it arises when we are brought face to face with important situations that require us to take decisions, or situations which throw us off our course, they throw us off our space of centeredness. And such situations may arrive many times during the day. When we are caught unawares, when we feel ourselves caught up in a whirl of emotions in response to situations, we may immediately, because of certain happenings, feel disturbed, feel emotionally very low, feel anger, feel resentment, feel an outburst of emotions within the heart. Retaining the meditative condition from the morning meditation, helps us to stay in that small gap of the pause where we are able to somehow go into a state where we can see ourselves and fine tune the response that arises. Stay in that pause and immediately opening our hands, closing our eyes, finding ourselves at the feet of the Master, knowing that whatever is happening, it has to happen. My acceptance of the situation, my surrender, my faith, my belief that my Master is carrying me and supporting me. Being in that space allows me to sail through that situation with a different response, which is more settled and which will keep me on my path of evolution instead of throwing me off on a side track from which we do not know when we will be able to return and come back to our course. So let us, all of us, pray that we may find ourselves constantly during the day with some little baby steps, some conscious effort on our part to remain connected in our heart to our Master, holding on to Him tightly. As Babuji Maharaj has written, bind yourself to the Master in chains of steel, because He will never leave us. It is we who may want to run away. So, with this, as we come to the concluding day of discussing about trying to see closely how we can reach the space of Sharanagati, let us just revise the heartful activities that were suggested. It is helpful to introspect and see the extent of surrender that we feel within ourselves. Observe ourselves in terms of the obedience that we feel to Master's wishes. That too is an aspect of surrender. We are invited to make notes in our journal of our understanding, which helps us crystallize the thoughts and the feelings that we have within us. What comes in the way? What takes me away from that space? What takes me away from the meditative condition? What makes me resist the work of the Master, resist the happenings around me? Pray for their permanent removal. How does meditation help me? How does the process of cleaning contribute to Sharanagati? What is the role of the bedtime prayer? How can constant remembrance help me? When we are able to look deep within, to see how our practice, each element is changing us, transforming us, it brings us to the space of opening up more and more for them to transform me. With this, let us move to point B, cleaning. We begin with an intention that at the end of this cleaning process, we will become pure and light and immersed in the glow of the soul. fixing our attention on point B. We make a firm intention using the will. All the heaviness and impurities are going out of point B from the front of the body. If it helps, we may visualize it happening. Our attention fixed on point B. As this process goes on, the glow of the soul begins to appear from behind. As we feel lighter, we feel the glow of the Atman appear from behind. Let us now connect to the source of love within the heart. Prepare our hearts to receive the guidance of beloved Babuji, to receive him in our hearts, in the space of tenderness, of openness, of welcome. Whispers from the brighter world, beloved Master, revered Babuji Maharaj, Sunday, December 23rd, 2012, 10 a.m. You are heard, my daughter. Aren't we always attentive to your heart? Therein is accomplished the wonder, this extraordinary contact with our hearts. This goes well beyond these lines, and it already foreshadows your future life, one that will be fulfilling in many respects, including spirituality, of course. From life to life, the story is connected. One incarnation already prepares another. That is how it is. Blessed are those who are working for the good in our mission and respecting the Master in his decisions and his actions, meant to serve a major spiritual path in a great way. Everything in this journey of a being is recorded, retained, and counted. It is comforting to know this and to act with the full awareness of the good or bad that can be generated by events and even by words. We are not moralists. We just want to draw the attention of our aspirants to the fact that a commitment of this nature entails some degree of surrender for one to truly move towards the ultimate goal. It is often necessary to re examine and challenge oneself. The human being can frequently go astray. Egotistical reactions are often very harmful and can distort and spoil an entire journey. It is up to each one to be vigilant and attentive to their practice, to the thoughts that drive them. When those thoughts can darken their life story. We want the best for our aspirants. We follow them step by step, both the new and the old. All have our attention, and we expect the best from them. Anything likely to jeopardize their progress must be rejected. Isn't it the goal of such an approach to go ever more towards a beauty conducive to realization? May all achieve it. Babuji Maharaj. We thank beloved Babuji for showing us the way, for keeping us on the path, for accompanying us in all times. We now connect to the source of divine light within the heart. In this space of softness, of surrender, of Saranagati within the heart, We feel ourselves seated in the presence of our Divine Master. Opening up our hearts to welcome the grace from His heart. O Master, Thou art the real goal of human life. We are yet but slaves of wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. Let us meditate together. Let us become aware of the condition that has been bestowed on us. Let us observe the feelings at all levels. Let us enliven the condition with gratitude flowing from our hearts. Relishing the condition, intensifying it, feeling it settle, deeply absorbed into every cell of our body and all the subtle bodies. Condition now expands to our surroundings, to the whole world. We are now dissolving into the condition. And only the condition remains. We make an intention to remain drowned in this condition, retaining the meditative state, revisiting this condition again and again, allowing it to become more settled. Let us now take some time to note down in our diaries the condition, the experience of the meditation, and any inspiration we received for ourselves. As we close this week, we would like to remind our brothers and sisters to practice the heartful activities that are suggested and to go through once again the articles that have been shared, giving us deeper insights into Saranagati as per our master. We are very happy to share with our brothers and sisters that from next week we embark upon a new chapter of being heartful every day. Next week onwards, we will take a unique approach for the next 52 weeks. We have been constantly talking about Swadhyaya, self-reflection, self-study. The journey from the next week will allow us as practitioners to come forward in an active manner and intensify, deepen our role as aspirants in cooperation with the Master's work. The aspects of intense practice, becoming an intense abhyasi through deepening of our practice, the aspect of understanding and valuing and bringing actively the habit and the practice of diary writing, and the most important aspect of going through the literature, of reading the sacred texts of the Heartfulness tradition and bringing all three of them together in Swadhyaya to explore different dimensions of our life and how the heartfulness practice is influencing us in taking us closer to the ultimate goal. In the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, the fourth niyama given by sage Patanjali is that of Swadhyaya. He accords it a great importance. Our masters talk about it. So let us, brothers and sisters, next week onwards, practice this niyama of Swadhyaya over the next 52 weeks, taking up one different theme each time of our day-to-day lives. See, how does my practice influence and support my journey in my evolution? Being Heartful Every Day was a program that started to allow us to become the best version of ourselves. The practice gives us inner transformation. The outer transformation is our responsibility. And how to integrate the inner and the outer, how to see what difference will my inner practice bring about in my outer practice. How do I balance my inner world and outer world, eventually integrating them into one, into oneness, the O of AEIOU. How does an abhyasi look, feel, practice when situations come up in life? So, various dimensions of our lives we will explore together with the perspective of Swadhyaya together beginning next week. We invite all our brothers and sisters to bring more and more hearts, more and more brothers and sisters to the fold of the program. Bring more and more brothers and sisters and hearts to this path of heartfulness that we walk. We invite you to share the master classes with friends and acquaintances and family members, those who are not yet a part of heartfulness. We invite you to bring this program of being heartful every day to more and more seeking hearts. Until we meet again at 8:50 p.m. tonight, we wish everyone a wonderful day ahead. Namaste.